Hello, it is Saturday afternoon and I am here to make a video today about how to plug into your purpose, your passion, and your power. And here's why I want to talk about this, is because today I was riding my bike to the swimming pool. I go to this really fantastic public swimming pool in my town, and I was riding my bike to it and I saw this toaster and it was just sitting there in the grass, not plugged into anything. And I rode my bike past the toaster and I immediately thought, that thing is not plugged into its purpose. And then of course I thought, oh wow, like what a great metaphor about how do we plug into our purpose. So here's this thing, a toaster, right? And it has a purpose, it has a use, and it's not connected to its power. And I started to think about how often do we do that in our own lives? How often do we have a purpose? Do we have a passion? Do we have a use that we know is the best use of our skills, and we, for whatever reason, choose to ignore it? We choose to just lie in the grass and get overheated and not plug into our purpose. And I'm curious if this resonates for you. And if it does resonate for you, how could you shift it? So one of the things that I hear a lot is, I don't even know what my purpose is. And whenever I hear that, I feel like that's a smokescreen. I feel like you might not know how you're going to get paid for your purpose. But I bet if you really, really ask yourself some questions and you really answer them honestly, you are going to discover what your purpose is. And here's one of the best ways that I know to start to access that. And that is, I'm just going to go, let's see if I can show you the clematis. I can't. I'll just stand, let's see. I'll be over here. Good. Then you can see the clematis. Okay. So if you don't know what your purpose is, what I want to ask you is this. What did you love to do when you were a little kid? Think about some of the things that you really loved to do when you were a little kid. Like for me, I loved painting. I loved drawing. I loved making a mess and getting my hands dirty. And still today, I do paint every week. I wish I painted every day, but I don't. Right now I paint once a week, and I write every day. I loved writing when I was a little kid, and I write every day, and I totally love that. I loved swimming when I was a little kid. I still get in water every single day, whether it's a cold shower or the public swimming pool. I loved singing when I was a little kid. I still chant every single day. And you know, it took me some time to figure out how would I put all of those things together into something that I could actually get paid to do. And you know, it wasn't obvious at all. And I had quite a few years there where I just thought, I'm never going to make any money, and I'm never going to be able to do what I love, and I'm never going to be able to get paid for doing stuff that's super fun. And oh, there was a mosquito. And I've discovered that there actually is a way, and the more you lean into your purpose and the more you do what you love, the more you actually find your passion. So that's really my invitation for you, just to begin with this inquiry by asking yourself, what did I love to do when I was a little kid? What did I lose myself in for hours when I was a little kid? And, you know, for me, the answer was obvious. It was painting, it was being in nature, it was making up songs. And, you know, I recently did this really fun personal power profile that one of the speakers, one of the experts on the summit, gave away as her free gift. Her name is Jessie May, and you can actually still go get this free gift up until tomorrow. It'll go away tomorrow at midnight. Anyway, so she has this super fun free gift that's called your personal power profile. How perfect that we're talking about purpose, passion, and power. So anyway, so I did her personal power profile, which is a kind of color psychology where she asks you a bunch of questions and you get to figure something out about yourself and your power and your brand. And I discovered that one of my power colors was yellow. And I thought, well, that is weird because I never wear yellow. And then I started to think about it, and I remembered when I was a little kid, I had an entire wall of my bedroom. The entire wall was a yellow cork wall. And it was cork, and I painted it yellow, and it was covered with my artwork. And I realized that's actually really true for me, that yellow is, you know, it's a color of your fire and your passion. It's associated with the third chakra, and your ability to take in, your ability to receive, your ability to digest, and also your ability to release what doesn't serve you anymore. Another one of my colors was green, and you all have seen me in nature a ton because I love being in nature, and nature is one of my greatest teachers. Hi James, I love the wilderness too. I would spend hours and hours alone in the wilderness too, and that's really one of my go-tos. And so when you figure out what some of the things are that you really loved to do when you were small, and you start doing them again, you're going to start at least taking the first step on the path towards your purpose and your power and your passion. So that's my invitation for you today, is just figure out what that is. Oh, Hallie, it's so awesome that you're here, because guess what I was just talking about? I was talking about chanting. I was talking about singing. I was talking about doing stuff that you used to do when you were a little kid to figure out what your purpose is, what your passion is, and what your power is. And that's really where you're going to figure out what your greatest skill set is and the stuff that you are totally expert at, because you've been doing it your entire life. And when you realize that, when you really start owning that and living that, it's going to become really obvious what your next step is. So that's my invitation for you today, is to go and plug in your personal toaster and live on purpose, right? The toaster has a purpose, and it's not to be sitting in the middle of the grass unplugged getting overheated. So figure out what your purpose is by remembering what you loved when you were small, and give yourself permission to start doing it. Get on the yoga mat, go for a hike, paint, sing, chant, whatever it is for you that was super, super fun when you were little. I guarantee you it's still super, super fun for you now, and you're probably just not giving yourself permission to do it. So I can see that the sun wants to come out, and so I think I'm going to go take my dog for a walk. That's one of the things I loved to do when I was little too. And so that's what I'm going to do. Have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.